What do the Wolf of Wall Street and criminal justice reform have in common?
Everybody have a good week?
This guy.
Work some magic, okay?
This is Richard Bronson. And back in the day, Richard worked for the infamous brokerage firm Stratton Oakmont, immortalized in the 2013 film.
We were just making all this money, and we didn't care about anybody at all. Of course, we were breaking the law every day, doing things that we shouldn't do.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely f***ing not.
I knew it was wrong. I was greedy, I was stupid, I was impatient, and rightfully I was punished for it.
Richard ended up spending 2 years in prison. It was an experience that changed his perspective in a lot of ways. But it was the time leading up to his release that really clarified things for him.
I was freaking out towards the end. I had no money. I just didn't know where I was going to live, what I was going to do, and who I was. But I couldn't help but reflect on the fact that here I am, a white male in white corporate America with a good college education, with a lot of business experience. You know, what about the guys I was in prison with? What were their chances if it was this hard for me? It kind of crystallized to me what my real calling in life was, and that is to help my brothers and sisters coming out of prison.
So Richard started a job board for people with criminal records called 70 Million Jobs.
70 million people in this country, which is 1 in 3 adults, have some kind of criminal record. And each and every one of them go through intense pain in finding a job. We've created a platform whereby these folks can find jobs with employers that are willing to hire them. Unemployment in the general population is very, very low. But as it relates to people with records, unemployment has never been higher. It's close to 30%. There's a 66% chance that someone released from prison will be rearrested within 3 years, and almost 80% chance they'll be rearrested within 5 years. Interestingly, they are almost all unemployed at time of arrest.
And that last insight is key. The National Institute of Corrections reports that as many as 89% of those rearrested are unemployed at the time of arrest. The reality is that most employers don't really want to hire people with criminal records. And that's where Richard and 70 Million Jobs come in. Richard wants to create a place where companies that are open to hiring ex-offenders can access talent, and the applicants don't have to worry about how to explain their record or gap in employment history. And that's a welcome change for people like Kevin Bruce.
I was incarcerated for 35 years. I've been out 6 months. And since my second month out, I've been employed. They were only dealing with companies that already knew you had a record. It's such a big difference to go into an interview and not have to explain that. When I went to work with them, that's the first thing that man said. And I sat down with him, "You're the guy from 70 Million Jobs, huh?" And I said, "Yep." So he already knew. It wasn't even an issue. And I was hired that day. Where are you going?
How important is it to have those transitional jobs?
It's, I can't even explain the importance of that. It's so important. It is like the #1 thing people need out here in transitioning out of prison. It's a powerful influence on the way you see yourself, because when you come out, you're not sure what's going to happen. Yeah. So there's this paranoia, fear, and all kinds of doubt, and we need things like this. It took away the fear and let me know that there's people out here that will support me, and there's people out here to get me on my feet and going as long as I take the initiative and go.
These are people that if they just had one less door slamming in their face, they're going to do just fine. They're going to do great on the job, which is going to set the stage for that employer to hire more people with criminal records. My goal is to get 1 million people employed, 1 million.
Acceptance. I think it's probably the biggest thing. They treat me like a normal human being. They work with me every day. You know, they see my demeanor, they see my nature, and they see the real me, I hope. Acceptance is crucial to reintegrating. I got a place. I'm happy right now. That's a big thing. I'm starting basically a dream job. I want a career. I'm in a company that can do that for me. I want to leave this world better than it was when I was here.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to Freethink for more great videos every week.